Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Steelers linked to two former Pitt stars. Questions about who the Pittsburgh Steelers will find to start at center and wide receiver have dominated the latest offseason rumors and rumblings around the team. But SI.com's Noah Strackbine noted that the team also needs to find a starter at slot cornerback. To fill that void, Strackbine proposed two former Pitt stars as possibilities, MJ Devonshire or Avonte Maddox. Devonshire will be available in the 2024 NFL Draft. Maddox remains unsigned in NFL free agency. Over 3 years at Pitt, Devonshire posted 83 total tackles, including 1.5 tackles for loss. He also had 21 pass defenses and 8 interceptions, 3 of which he returned for touchdowns. Maddox starred at Pitt from 2014 to 17. He recorded 183 total tackles, including 13.5 tackles for loss. Like Devonshire, Maddox had 8 interceptions, 2 of which he returned for touchdowns. He also had 34 pass defenses during his college career. The Philadelphia Eagles drafted Maddox in the 4th round of the 2018 NFL Draft. In 6 NFL seasons, Maddox has posted 250 combined tackles, including 13 tackles for loss. He has also registered 31 pass defenses and 4 interceptions in 64 NFL games. An All-ACC third-team defensive back his senior year at Pitt, Maddox has been a versatile, productive defender for the Eagles in his NFL career. During 2 of his first 3 seasons, Maddox played more at wide cornerback than any other position. But since 2021, he's lined up more than 50% of the time in the slot. Maddox has also received significant playing time at free and box safety. During 2023, Maddox played a career-low 211 defensive snaps. With those limited opportunities, he posted the second-worst Pro Football Focus player grade of his career. But in 2022, Maddox earned a career-high 72.2 player grade from PFF. He excelled in run defense and coverage that season. The Steelers should value the experience and versatility Maddox could offer. In addition to various defensive positions, Maddox has also played special teams in his career. It's possible the Steelers could land Maddox for the veteran minimal. He's never had a base salary of more than $1 million in his career. Devonshire didn't play in the slot very often in college, but NFL.com's Lance Zierlein argued that Devonshire has the athletic traits to make the switch. PFF projects the 2022 All-ACC second-team defender to be a Day 3 selection. But even as a late-round pick, his age gives him more upside than Maddox going forward. SI.com's All-Steeler Stephen Thompson would be a big fan of Pittsburgh targeting Devonshire in the later rounds. He's got great speed. He's a ball hawk as well. I think he would fit really well as a slot corner, Thompson said on All Steelers Talk. He's not particularly big, neither height nor weight, but he's got some nice long arms. He's sticky in coverage. I think MJ has really impressed a lot of people with his physical attributes at the Combine and at his pro day. The Steelers possess 4 picks on Day 3 of the 2024 NFL Draft. They have a 4th rounder, 5th round pick and 2 selections in the 6th round. 3 free agents the Steelers should still pursue before the draft. The Pittsburgh Steelers have been very busy this offseason. They've completely overhauled their quarterback room. They've added some major pieces on defense. The Steelers have even brought in one of the best kick returners in NFL history to bolster their special teams and added some nice depth pieces. They still be far from done. The Steelers still have some major needs to address before the start of the 2024 season and have a bit of cap room to work with even when factoring in what they'll have to pay their rookies. Here are 3 players they should look to use that cap space to acquire to fill a few more needs before the draft. Right now, the Steelers don't have a center on their roster. They are expected to find their starting center in the draft, but there is some risk involved with drafting an offensive lineman to start immediately. Offensive linemen can take some time to develop when they reach the NFL. The team would also have no depth at the position. They need some kind of insurance in case the rookie isn't ready to make the jump right away or gets injured. Chris Reed could be that insurance for them. It has been a few years since he has been a starter in the league and he missed most of last season on injured reserve, but he does bring plenty of experience with him. He has started 30 games in his career and could be a solid veteran presence to help any rookie the Steelers draft. When he has started regularly, he has shown solid ability as a run blocker, which would be important in the Steelers' offense. He would also likely cost them very little. His contract last season was only worth $1.5 million. With the Steelers expected to run the ball frequently in 2024, the center position is going to be very important for them, and going into the season with a rookie as the only player on the depth chart is a big risk. A cheap veteran that can run block in case he ever actually needs to play could be a perfect fit for them before they figure out who they're going to draft. One of the most notable moves the Steelers already made this offseason involved a cornerback. They landed Dante Jackson when they traded Deontay Johnson away. That move likely makes Jackson their replacement for Patrick Peterson, but they still have another spot open at corner. They need somebody to cover the slot. Levi Wallace became a free agent this offseason and the team has yet to replace him. To get that replacement, the Steelers might not need to look very far. They could go after somebody that was recently cut by Pennsylvania's other team. Avonte Maddox spent the first 6 years of his NFL career with the Eagles and had varying levels of success. As a rookie, he was stellar in coverage, holding opposing QBs to a completion percentage under 55%. The following year, he defended 10 passes and kept that completion percentage in the low 60s. Maddox has struggled the past couple of seasons. He has missed a lot of time with injuries and hasn't done nearly as good of a job preventing completions. However, that could provide an opportunity for a team looking to take a chance on him. When healthy, Maddox is still better in coverage than Wallace was for the Steelers last season. He's also more than willing to step up and make a tackle, making 73 of them in 2021. Maddox could benefit from playing behind a very talented pass rush and with a secondary around him that has talent of its own. He also might come at a discount because of the injuries. If they can get him on a prove-it deal for 2024, Maddox could be a good fit for a Steelers team that needs a slot corner and has been loading up on defense this offseason. I honestly feel like this deal should have happened already. Tyler Boyd has expressed his interest in joining the Steelers because of his ties to the area. He is the kind of dependable, gritty player that the Steelers love. The Steelers really need a WR2. It seems to be a perfect match. Yet, here we are more than 2 weeks into free agency and a deal still hasn't happened. The latest report is that the Steelers don't want to improve their offer to Boyd, but they've put themselves in a position this offseason where price shouldn't keep them from getting a player that is the right fit. Right now, they have the biggest advantage in football. They aren't spending any money at quarterback. Steelers select Georgia OT Amarius Mims in new CBS Sports Panel mock draft. Following suit with many mock drafts over the last month or two, a panel of CBS Sports analysts including former NFL GM Rick Spielman and former Steelers CB Bryant McFadden have the Pittsburgh Steelers selecting Georgia OT Amarius Mims in the first round. Mims has Planet Theory size, as in there are only so many people on the planet with his frame. At 60-76, 340 pounds, with 36 1/8 inch arms, he has prototypical size to be an offensive tackle in the NFL. The knock on him is that he only had 8 starts at Georgia. That school is always loaded with talent, so sometimes prospects have to wait their turn on the bench for multiple years. Just last year, the Steelers selected Broderick Jones from Georgia. He only had 19 starts in college. The positive part is that Mims is just 21 years old, so he will continue to get better as a player. With his experience, would he be able to immediately supplant Dan Moore Jr.? He would be playing on the right side with Jones flipping back to the left, but he would have to prove he can be an upgrade over Moore for that to occur. Jones wasn't able to do that in Week 1 of last season, for what it is worth. Beyond their pick of Mims to the Steelers, which has become the default for many mock drafts at this point, the way their board fell is more interesting. The first 4 picks were all quarterbacks, before a run on the top wide receivers and edge rushers. And you, fan, what do you think of the situation of Amarius Mims? Leave your opinion in the comments.